tonight. Like I said earlier, it's nice to see more people out for this than some of the other debates and forums we've been to. Really appreciate that. I just want to touch on a few things. First of all, with Mr. McKay about the debt retirement charge. That's a $7.6 billion debt that we ended up having to pay for. Unfortunately, the interest that went on it still has to be paid for. We've just finally been able to pay for the principal of that, and we're trying to finish that off over the next few years so that we can take that off. The other thing too, Mr. McKay was talking about no will allotment for Kenora Forest Products. I'm pretty sure I was at a meeting on August 4th where the Liberal Party announced an allotment for Kenora Forest Products so that they can start getting jobs again. So I think that's really important to see that the Liberals have tried to work with people with a little allotment so that we can get things moving forward again. The other thing I want to touch on is the Liberal government itself over the last 8 years. There's one thing that the Liberal government that I believe has done over everything else, and that's provide stable government. We saw in the past with the NDP, as well as with the PCs, chaos in our healthcare and our education. In 2008, we had a financial crisis that happened across the world. There were a lot of things that the Ontario government could not control. One of them included forestry. 250 sawmills across the country were shutting down at that time. We were not unique in our situation. It was happening everywhere. That was the reality. But the Liberal government has stepped up and tried to provide some sort of stability in the funding for healthcare, the funding for education, and public services as a whole. I believe the middle ground is very important, especially when it comes to our area. I believe that families and businesses, small and large, are all important, as well as the public services that provide the knowledge and help for employees and employers. That's what's important to me. The Liberal government is going to continue the uploading so that, for example, in the township here, we pay $18,000 a month to pay for services that the PCs decided to download on us, so your municipal taxes go up. But the NDP and the PCs are saying we're not going to continue that if we get elected, so that municipalities will continue to pay for services that were provincial at some point. We need that money so that we can help pay for other services, so that we can support our local community. Otherwise, your property taxes will continue to increase. We don't want that. We want to be able to have the province responsibilities be province responsibilities, provincial responsibilities. So, what we could control as a government, we did what we can, and we're trying to move forward. Another thing, people are talking about the apathy that's been going on around. People have been talking about how would you restore the faith that's disappeared in the public about the electoral system. I feel that being honest and passionate in helping people succeed, especially in the North, and not betraying them with false promises and policies are important to getting people back involved in the political process. Faith in government requires a trust relationship as well as an educational process to shift mentalities. Faith is inspired by seeing results, believing in the power of progress and teamwork for the bettering of the region and the province as a whole. I believe in working with Ontario. I believe in building and enhancing our foundation to expand on new economic developments, find efficiencies in the resources we have, and continue to protect and defend the core values that we have always treasured. I want to be the voice of positive commitment as we move forward together as your MPP. Thank you.